Random Rambles.
All right, and welcome back to another episode of Random Rambles. It's NFL football time, and we're excited. It's episode 16. We got our jerseys on. We're pumped up, ready to go. I'm your host, Derek Rexford. We got Mitch Rexford. We got Rob the Good. We got Kevin Suds, and we're talking all exclusive football today. You guys excited?
Of course.
What's not to be excited about? All right. So topics today, guys, we're going to go over our picks of the year in terms of our awards. We're going into dark horse teams. We're going our Super Bowl picks, our early Super Bowl picks. But to get started, let's talk about some rookies. We're going for our offensive rookie of the year candidate, who we think is going to be that guy. Let's start off with Kevin Suds. What do you think?
Oh, man. I'm going to say kind of like a not necessarily obvious one, but I think Najee Harris. I think Najee Harris is going to be the rookie of the year. There's no one else I can really think of in that backfield that is going to try to shake his loads too much.
Yeah. Connor's gone. He's not taking those loads.
Ben Roethlisberger's be giving loads. Bathrooms.
Those legendary Pittsburgh loads.
Oh, yes. Free of consent. But yeah, that's my pick for it.
It's a solid pick. He's going to have that backfield for sure. Let's go over to Rob, who's wearing a running back jersey. So why not?
Trevor Lawrence could do nothing and still win Rookie of the Year because he's the only name people are going to fucking write on their piece of paper anyway. This guy can do he'd be mediocre and still just get the fucking award just because. I'm taking.
You're right.
No problem. No problem.
That's you, Mitch, too?
I mean, if he wasn't mentioned, it would be criminal, but I think I'm not going to pick him, but I think he will win it just because awards seem to be quarterback awards.
You could do nothing and win it.
Yeah. I mean, that being said, it's not like I'm not going to go pick Zach Wilson, even though I think he's fine. I am going to pick Zach Wilson's teammate, Elijah Moore. I think he's got top 2-3 receiver in the draft potential. I think he could be better than he's a pretty good separator. And Crowder's been injured. So Crowder, he's going to take care of the slot. But the Jets have lacked a lot of speed twitch receivers in a minute. And I think he's got special potential. And I think he could surprise people to be the sleeper of the year. Yes.
Unpopular opinion, I bet Denzel Mims has a better season next year than him. Mims is the truth.
I don't think that's what camp has shown, but I think Mims is very good.
I could be wrong. I watched Mims last year, and he looked like the only motherfucker trying.
He's really good, but the problem he had bad salmon. So, this past offseason, he had bad salmon, lost 20 pounds, and then had to go and put on weight. So he's been having he's getting back to being good, but he had a really good run in a preseason game where he just caught a pass and then bulldozed past 3 guys. So he'd be he's still a great player. I'm glad they didn't just ship him away for nothing.
Didn't they draft him last year, second round? No?
Yeah, but that they also did that with third round Zuniga, and then they just dropped him. So
Derek, who you got?
Well, I just love how, Rob, Trevor Lawrence was your bust candidate from a previous episode, and then you make him offensive rookie of the year, which shows how much you think that the league just wants to pigeonhole this person into it. So I kind of respect that. I'm going with another offensive quarterback who's not going to start right away, and that's going to be Justin Fields. I like the pieces that the Bears have. I don't think that they're going to have to do a lot. I like Darnell Mooney this year. I know Kevin does. I like Allen Robinson. I think that they're going to be okay on offense. They don't have to do anything world on fire. If they have a good record, they could be fine. Their defense is solid. I like Fields as a quarterback. I don't think he should have fell as far as he did. And I think he's just obviously I think they play the Rams, I believe, week 1. So Darnold no. I think Darnold's getting thrown to
they face the Rams.
They face the Rams, yeah.
Yeah, and they get Andy Dalton.
And they're getting Andy Dalton, who's going to get thrown to the Wolves against Donald and Ramsey and those boys. So you're going to see Fields very, very soon. You need a decent amount of playing time to win that award. And I think we're going to see some growing pains from Lawrence early on. So that's my pick for Offensive Rookie of the Year. We're going to transition over then to Comeback Player of the Year. And I'll start off. I'm going.
Let me go.
Carson Wentz.
What?
Yeah, I know. It hurts me to
Is
say.
he gonna play?
He's going to play. He'll play. He had the foot injury. He had the COVID. I think the Colts could steal the division away from the Titans. I think that him and guys like Michael Pittman should do very well. Paris Campbell's, if he can stay healthy, could be fine. He's going to have some growing pains, but going back to Frank Reich, who was his offensive coordinator when he was an MVP level player in that Super Bowl run, I think they get something working together, and I can see the NFL wanting to right that wrong where he's a good player, should have won something, is getting a little bit more hate than he deserves. So I think he has every merit in terms of that maybe they don't want another injured player. They want to see someone like mental health, kind of went to a dark place, got back. I think he could win Comeback Player of the Year. Rob, you seemed itching for it.
Yeah.
Saquon Barkley, boys. He's coming. Oh my God. This guy's about to just dominate the league. I'm telling you. So look like Marshall Faulk in his heyday. Mixed with Adrian Peterson. Y'all not even ready for what you're about to see. Comeback Player of the Year. Almost guaranteed.
Mitch, what are you thinking?
Did we just forget that Dak Prescott was on a pace of 6,000 something yards, busted his ankle or whatever, and then just like, okay, he says he's healthy, we'll take him at value and shit like that. How does he not win it? That defense is still ass. And like the whole thing is like, oh God, like there was no like as big reaction when Saquon got hurt. There was a reaction, but the world stopped when Dak shit happened.
That's the one who I think could beat him.
I don't think the world cared when Carson Wentz didn't play bad or like.
That's why I think he could win it.
No, Derek, this is all a feelings award. This is a feelings award. People like
People hate the
Alex Smith won it. Alex Smith was averaging 5 yards a pass last year.
He was 4-1 as a starter.
That's why I think winning matters. The Colts could come out and win 11 plus games. 12.
You don't think the Cowboys can win 11 plus games?
Not with that defense.
Are you right here telling me that Carson Wentz has a better season than Dak Prescott?
Not in terms of yards, not in terms of touchdowns, but in terms of story arc.
Guys, I think it's
Carson Wentz
Kevin's turn.
arguably the most boring quarterback of all time.
No.
He's he's more mobile Matt Ryan. He's dog shit.
Matt Ryan is so much better than Carson Wentz. That's rude as hell.
Exactly.
And trying to compare him to Kellen Clemens or some shit. The old.
He's not. He's basically Kellen Clemens with a Super Bowl ring.
Guys, I hate to pull you two apart on this, but I think it's Kevin's turn. And I think Carson Wentz and Dak Prescott are going to have very different looking seasons.
I like what you're saying, Rob. You don't have to say it. I get you. But Kevin, go ahead.
I actually was going to choose Dak Prescott just because of the fact that everyone loves QBs. Like we were talking about the MVP voting and stuff like that. Like it's always QBs. So like someone like Dak, who especially had their offensive line pretty much out the whole time too, due to injury, COVID, whatever. Like, and he gets that back, it's going to be an easier road for him. But because Mitch said that, I want to turn to someone who's had the shittiest luck Probably not the greatest player either. I want to pick Tyrod Taylor. That dude has been on so many different teams, got like just beat by like someone else, and then last season, 2 seasons ago, someone punctured his lungs, so he couldn't play.
On the medical staff.
Yeah, so like I think with like everything going on with Deshaun Watson right now, and then the Houston Texans being like, we don't like sexual assault, we're just gonna keep him to the side. I think Tyrod Taylor.
What if Deshaun Watson wins comeback player of the year? What's the
he was good.
I don't think the NFL could tastefully do that.
Did anyone else think Kevin was going to say Jameis Winston?
Yes.
I mean, does anyone else think he got swerved like crazy?
Guys, also, I spent seasons with him, watching him, and he's not gonna do well. He's gonna throw like I think the best he's gonna do is like, and this is not realistic, but like 4,000 yards, like 30 touchdowns, 25 interceptions, or 35 interceptions.
I think he'll do better than that.
It's ambitious to think he's gonna have that much slack with Taysom Hill there as well for 35 interceptions. All right.
You should. Didn't he have one game where he threw 5 interceptions?
That was on your shitty ass team.
That was, you mean with Mike Evans and Chris Godwin? They don't even have Michael Thomas there right now.
Guys, he had LASIK surgery. We have to forgive his past faults. So I think we'll go right into our offensive and defensive players of the year. Want to do them both together? We can, or we can go separate. Let's go offensive player of the year, Kevin.
You know, I hate to say this,
James,
but I think he's gonna come back. Yeah, that's where I throw Jameson. I just think it's gonna be Tom Brady. I think they're gonna go back to the Super Bowl again, and it's pretty much a toss up between Tom Brady or Patrick Mahomes, but it's gonna be one of those two. And my defensive player of the year, I think it's Devin White. I think Devin White is like getting better and better, and that dude is in a great defensive system. I love Todd Bowles. Like, he is phenomenal with the defense, and I think it's Devin White's time to shine.
All right.
Oh, wait, hold on a second.
Hey. Great use of sound clips.
Thank you.
It's always good when you say, hold on a second.
Yeah. He has to scroll through the wiki page.
No, it's just because I don't want to do it when like Mitch tries to start talking.
No, that's exactly what you do.
I hope you
After
do.
I make a great point.
Yeah. All right. Mitch, go right ahead with your picks.
Well, as much as I'd like to say Devin White for defensive player of the year, I might not. I'm probably gonna go and pick TJ Watt because the man is disgusting. You figure you have a hobbled Joe Burrow back there still. Like, the Steelers have the easiest conference, or the Steelers have the easiest schedule of next year.
They play the Bengals twice. That's easy money.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He's not going to move anywhere. So I'm like, that's going to help. So, like, I don't know. He's just an elite edge rusher. I think he gets it because he didn't get it last year. Offensively, I think it's Calvin Ridley. I think he's got a chance to get 1,800 yards and put up like a there's a chance that I think he could go like that one Calvin Johnson season, but not that good because he's the guy there. When Julio's gone, and when Julio was out, he still was good. They have no running back to really target in the passing game. Their tight end they paid for, but it's kind of like non-existent.
They got Kyle Pitts.
Well, they have Kyle Pitts, but I'm saying like Kyle Pitts is still a rookie. He's only going to do what rookie tight ends do, which is Jeremy Shockey, which is 700 yards.
You're holding out about Jeremy Shockey.
Yeah, so I think he can get 700 yards, but other than that, I think there's a lot of yards up to play with Julio gone. I think he's going to get 1,600 yards plus and 10, 12 touchdowns. So
Rob, where are you going with that?
Offensive player of the year, Christian McCaffrey.
yep.
The guy's just a volume machine. If he stays healthy, he's gonna. With 17 games, he's gonna break whatever records. So I think that's kind of an easy one.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna keep it easy, guys. No one took Aaron Donald. He's the best defensive player in the league. There's no reason he's not going to keep being the best defensive player in the league. His team's a lot better. They'll be in more meaningful games. Well, they should be better with Stafford there, you can hope.
That's
Only 2 picks.
Yeah, you can't go wrong with that. My offensive player of the year was also Calvin Ridley. I'm very, very high on Calvin Ridley. There's all the NFL players in the world, and we both, Mitch and I, got stuck on Calvin Ridley. I think similar argument deserves a lot of the target share this year. He's could have, I guess, I agree. I'm thinking 1,700 yards. The offense is going to sling it. Their defense is not as great as it should be. And other than Kyle Pitts, you got Russell Gage, you got some guys. They have literally Mike Davis. If you're relying on Mike Davis the entire year, you're a fool. So it's not going to go. They're going to have to pass the ball. And Calvin Ridley is an elite receiver. You saw it in the games without Julio. He'll do just fine. And for defensive player of the year, I'm going with the defensive rookie of the year last year. I'm going with Chase Young. The man is an animal. He is arguably one of the top defensive ends in the league currently, and it's his second year. He's a freak athlete, and he's playing against just in that defense. You're going to have to double him, but there's a lot of big boys on that line. He's going to have some looks, or it's just one-on-one, and he can destroy teams. Double-digit sacks, I think, is a given for this guy if he stays healthy. 15 sacks is probably ambitious.
You figure 2 Giants games a year, the forced fumbles are going to come.
True.
So you're going to get that.
A scrambling Jalen Hurts. Yeah. And
there you go.
Dak Prescott.
Like everyone in that division is a fumble. So
Wait, Derek, you're assuming Jalen Hurts is going to start over Gardner Minshew?
The mustachioed one. Yeah. I mean, I listen, I love the Eagles. And they might be my dark horse team, but we'll get there in a second. We're going to go into our MVPs and Super Bowl picks. All right. Pick out your MVP and then your Super Bowl pick. You know what? I'll start it off. We'll keep rolling that rotation that we've been in. MVP is going to be Patrick Mahomes. It has to be. I feel like the Chiefs are going to come in loaded up, ready to go, and just looking to right some wrongs from last year. I think that their offense is just the way that they operate. The offensive line has gotten so much better. I think they're just going to just keep the foot on the pedal and just keep going on. I think it's going to be Chiefs and Rams in the Super Bowl. I have the Rams. I'm having Patrick Mahomes lose back-to-back Super Bowls. The Golden Boy. We're seeing some little bit of stuff going on. I love the Chiefs. I don't like their long. I think they're going to do well. Regular season, I think they've let so many games happen where their offense is ridiculous, and it's going to catch up to them in one of the games. Like the Browns game last year, they should have lost the game. Plain and simple.
Or the game before that, where they were down 24 points.
Yeah.
In a quarter or whatever.
Well, yeah, when you look at like the previous seasons, they've got away with a lot of games, and you figure a run-heavy teams that you're going to see. The Bills, I think, could go well. But I like the Rams' defense, and I think Stafford gets his ring, and he's a happy man.
If only they just addressed their offensive line to be able to control the clock, maybe they would like they did, and the running game, you figure they're going to be able to be more balanced this year.
But you still have Andy Reid calling the shots. The man will fuck up. I love Andy Reid, but like he's going to put Mahomes in some injury for whatever. He has some like some playoff tendencies that I don't like. We saw him do the quarterback option, like have Patrick Mahomes run it unnecessarily. I don't think he's going to learn. It's going to be the downfall of this team long term, but I like Mahomes' chances. Anytime you get Hill, Kelsey, Clyde Edwards-Helaire is going to have a great season. I'm okay with those picks. Mahomes for MVP, Chiefs, Rams, Super Bowl, Rams taking it all. Rob, what do you think?
MVP? Because it's 17 games. I can't take Patty Mayonnaise. He's just not going to play 17 games. Not a chance. Andy Reid's going to murder him. This player has not missed a game since he's been a starter. Russell Wilson. He was on pace to break the single-season touchdown record by Week 8 last year. I think he had like 28 touchdowns in the bag or something. It was unbelievable what he was doing. The offense is only getting better. They're gonna have a lot of primetime games. So you're gonna see a lot of people watching them. Tough division, but if they win it and they're the best team in there, Russ Wilson gets the MVP. Super Bowl champion, the Tennessee Titans. It's just a brand of football that translates, man. It's just a hard game to beat year after year. They're consistent. They play the game the right way. They're adding Julio Jones. Like maybe it is just this easy. You know, it sounds like they've got all the weapons they need. They play a good, clean game. That's my pick.
Who do you have them playing though?
Oh, I didn't think about that.
Are you picking your Mahomes or your?
Well, they can't play the Chiefs. That ain't gonna.
No, I'm Wilson.
See, I don't know how far they get. MVPs usually don't have too much Super Bowl success. I can see like a weird team like the Niners or something getting back there. Something weird.
Yeah, that's fair. Mitch, where are you taking this?
My MVP is back-to-back MVP, Aaron Rodgers. I think there's no reason that he can't do it again. The man plays the most petty game of football most people have ever seen. So if he's going to be petty, now is the time to be even more petty when he's going to prove it to his organization to get his way out. Like, I'll give you a championship, let me leave. So MVP, I think he's going to keep playing at a high level. He's got his boy Randall Cobb back. He's probably going to go push for Jordy Nelson to come back. He's going to push for Shannon Sharp to come back. Donald Driver's coming back.
Oh, no.
Whole squad.
Jermichael
Finley. We got Ahmad Bradshaw.
Who's that really fat running back?
Eddie Lacy.
Eddie
Lacy.
Yeah, good call, Kevin.
The Packers practice squad is just old bums.
Just like
I think he's MVP because just he threw like 5 interceptions or something like last year and 48 touchdowns. Like
he threw 13 touchdowns from like within 3 yards though, which is like kind of unnatural. Like that number is going to go down.
Is it unnatural when you have Devontae Adams though?
No, I think his numbers are going to go down too.
No.
I just think their team's just really. I think he's just going to play with a spite that makes him another MVP. And in the Super Bowl, I have the Chiefs against the Packers, and I have the Packers winning. I think the Packers do get a Super Bowl because Aaron Rodgers, while he is a gold jacket kind of player, I think this 100% solidifies it as one of the best quarterbacks of all time.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Right. Kevin, who are you going with MVP in your Super Bowl picks?
I kind of wanted to take a little different approach here, and I'm kind of feeling I think Josh Allen's going to have a really good year. I'm not saying like obviously in this pick I'm saying he's going to get MVP. Sorry. So I could definitely see him stepping up more this year because he's just naturally progressing farther and farther. And I actually see him losing to my Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the Super Bowl. Sorry, hashtag Tampa Bay Buccaneers and referees in the Super Bowl because Tampa is probably going to win again.
Oh, I hate you.
If that makes Devin White the most decorated middle linebacker of all time at an early age, I like it. That's fine.
Drew Brees, like pre-punctured lung, had like outscored the Buccaneers like 60-20 or something in the 2 games, and then that dude's lung got punctured. And everything went to shit.
Which is why we're bringing it back to Tyrod Taylor. He's going to be comeback player of the year.
Kevin's got it all figured out, man. He's got it all figured out.
He's so mad at Jameis Winston.
I want Jameis Winston to go full Anakin Skywalker and just ruin the Bucks as the Saints quarterback. I think it'd be fantastic. I think the one thing a lot of people aren't estimating, or maybe not, they're a little underestimating this, is how much crowd noise coming back into the stadium is going to matter, because there's a lot of rookies who played with no crowd noise. A lot of touchdown numbers in the whole NFL that's up like crazy. This time, there's going to be like 1-year vet quarterbacks, the guys who showed out, looking a little sketchy. I mean, they haven't had to play with that kind of atmosphere. Defensive coaches are going to look really good this year because they can scheme things and you don't get to hear what's going on in the other play. You can disguise a little bit more. I think crowd noise is going to play a big factor in terms of overall points. So I think experience is going to come into the playoffs for sure.
Absolutely. No, that's definitely something that should be addressed for sure. We're going into our dark horse team. All right. Dark horse team that you think may overachieve and prove some haters wrong. Kevin, who you picking?
I'm going to go with the Rams. I think, I don't know necessarily, I feel like.
After repeat the question.
How dark is that? Off black?
Are they the third favorite to win the Super Bowl or the fourth?
Well, I mean, okay, so
dark horse team is like eggshell white.
Okay, so if you look at it from where they were last year with Goff,
the playoff team?
They were a playoff team.
A playoff winner. No.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, they beat the Seahawks. I mean, I think they have a great shot to win the Super Bowl, but that could have been.
Them to win the Super Bowl.
I think they're a much better team this year than they were last year. I think the addition of Matt Stafford comparatively to Jared Goff is a huge increase.
Hot take, Kevin.
I didn't hear you.
Kevin, that is genius.
Yeah.
Tyrod Taylor,
and he picked the dark horse.
Tyrod Taylor gets traded to the Rams week 3.
How does he not pick the Texans there? I don't get it.
Oh, man. All right. Mitch, who are you thinking as the dark horse teams? Have you said
I also have the Los Angeles. No, I'm kidding.
The Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes?
No, I do have a team from Los Angeles, but it's not the Rams. I have the Los Angeles Chargers, just because they started off early with just a bunch of just bad 1-score losses, 2 overtime losses where they gave up 14 points in the fourth quarter and 21 points in the fourth quarter. You figure there's with new coaching staff, with Derwin James back, which is not everything, but Bosa was out for a minute. I think another year of Herbert, they improved the offensive line with the all-pro center, and they drafted a left tackle. You figure the running lanes is going to be a little bit easier. They still have a great receiving core.
I think Eckler's healthy too.
Yeah, I mean, I think Eckler is going to be a fantastic option. His in between the tackles, the goal line expands. I think if they just get some of those small, just bad coaching kind of things where you can hold on to a fourth quarter lead by running the ball, then you should be able to win the game. You don't have to play Brett Favre hero ball the whole way. You just kind of win the game in the third and fourth. And that's why I think they just pick up more wins and become a playoff team in a wild card spot.
Yeah, can't argue with that team. All right, Rob, what are you thinking?
I got to take the Kansas City Chiefs here.
Yeah.
I know people think they can't beat the Bucks.
Yeah. The Bucks would be the ultimate dark horse team.
Well,
the New York Giants, boys. Here, this is it. So let me start off by saying skill for skill, we should have been a playoff team last year. If everyone played every game for a full 4 quarters, the Giants would have made the playoffs. But if some people play dishonorable games and call it early, and they fuck up everything. So we don't get the best teams in the playoffs. It is what it is. So not only were we a playoff caliber team last year without the benefits, we have reloaded with Kyle Rudolph as an excellent tight end who can block, unlike Evan Ingram, which is going to be unfucking real in the red zone. He can probably catch a little better. He's the godsend. The return of Saquon Barkley. Kenny Galladay's fine. He feels like offensive Olivier Vernon. Like, meh. Welcome to the squad. That here's a lot of money for 4 years. I hope I never see you again. Adoree Jackson's a great ad. Our secondary is insane. Adoree Jackson, James Bradbury, Xavier McKinney, Jabril Peppers, and the other starting safety slipping my mind now. The team is good, very good, and they're going to prove it next year.
I can't wait for Danny Dimes to disappoint you one more time before he's out of New York.
He's going to put up his best season yet, get paid way too much money, and go back to sucking.
So Joe Flacco?
Yep.
One ring, baby. That's all we need. One ring.
Third string quarterback of the Eagles, Joe Flacco. All right. With my pick, I'm going to go the 85 Bears. No, I'm just kidding. Let's go with the Panthers. With Sam Darnold and
That's
Christian
hard.
McCaffrey and Robbie Anderson and DJ Moore. Those guys, Dan Arnold, if you want to even go at tight end. They got some weapons. They can figure it out. Darnold's not going to have to prove and win games by himself, which is what he had to do for the Jets. What he tried to do for the Jets. I just think that the defense is coming together. It's young. It's very, very young. Guys like Brian Burns, though. You got J.C. Horn outside. You got Jeremy Chin at safety. I like a lot of the pieces. I think that they could do well. McCaffrey's going to ball out like he always does. And Darnold's not going to have to ask to do much. But I think that team, that division, outside of Tampa, is kind of winnable. The NFC is generally been weak the past couple of years. We have an extra wild card team. I wouldn't be surprised if the Panthers sneak in there. Because it's not going to be on any of the NFC East teams. Sorry.
They will be interesting to watch, but they're clearly the 4th best team in the division.
Them and Atlanta are close. I don't know. Atlanta's not.
But like that division isn't like okay. 2 teams from that division should make the playoffs, probably. You think the Saints have a good enough roster? You figure 2 teams from the NFC East should probably make the playoffs.
What?
No.
I think 2 teams.
From the East, you mean the West?
The
West.
have
The West 3.
The West is going to send 3.
Yeah. So okay, West sends 3. The North sends the Packers and maybe the Vikings, maybe the Bears. Like I don't see a path for the Panthers.
Well, I'm talking like performing above expectation.
Oh yeah, Yeah, I think
that's how I view a dark horse team. Performing above expectation. And I think the expectations are incredibly low. I think that they could have I'm not expecting them to win the Super Bowl, but I think there isn't even a 500 record anymore. A 9-8 record or 10. I can see them getting 10 wins. Darnold's not going to have to ask to do much. And I had to pick someone who's different. So I'm picking the Panthers. All right.
Fair.
Not a bad choice. All right. So we're going to get into a draft in a little bit. We'll take a break and we'll be right back. All right.
Cool.
All right. Welcome back from our break. We got a special guest today. Emily Spain is joining the podcast. Longtime fan, I'm sure. And she's here for us. Oh, Kevin with the sound effects. You excited?
I'm a little nervous.
I think it'll be all right.
Long time listener, first time caller,
Oh. We just Also, I figured out that "Kiss Me Through the Phone," that Soulja Boy song, had a actual like phone number in it. So that was special.
Did you
We'll
call
throw it
it?
up on the screen for anyone curious.
We should put it up on the screen as like a hotline.
You think that
Hotline
phone
bling.
doesn't work anymore since it's, I don't know, 16 years old or how old that song is?
I've been
Old
drinking.
enough for Mitch to date.
Old enough for R. Kelly for sure.
Fair. All right, so let's get into our draft. We're drafting a battle royale of NFL teams, their mascots, their team name. We're going through that. We did the draft order ahead of time. Kevin got the first pick. Then it goes Mitch. Then it goes Rob. Then it goes Emily. I go last, and then we'll snake. I just spin the wheel. I don't do anything other than that.
Wheel chooses all.
The wheel chooses all, and Rob always feels slighted by the wheel.
So
So,
excited by you, boy.
oh yeah, it's just me. Next time I'll have you do it, and then just watch your face melt as you get fourth pick. That's the way it's
Well,
going.
he'll just do it again until he gets the first pick.
Well, yeah, he won't. We'll do it in secrecy. It'll be all Rob's. It's like, see, I have 4 names on there. All right. So Kevin gets the first pick. It's battle royale. Let's see what happens. Kevin, who you taking?
Wait, hold on a second. I do apologize.
Oh, very official, Kevin. Very
With the first pick in the NFL mascot draft, Kevin Sudge chooses the Detroit Lions.
Watch this.
Oh God,
Lions are spooky.
the
All right.
Lions first overall.
First overall, off the board. Horrendous first pick, Kevin. So bad.
Am I up now?
Mitch, go take the first overall, 101.
I am going to pick the Titans.
Yeah.
They are gods. I will take them.
That's a fair pick.
I think if I got one of them versus a lion, I like my chances.
Rob?
I'm gonna take some Giants.
Yeah.
Just some like big ass motherfuckers hanging out the top of a beanstalk, ready to crush your bones, boy.
That does seem like the 102. Emily, you're on the clock.
Okay, I put down the Jets because it's kind of hard to defeat a vehicle with a lion.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's a great choice.
I think vehicles can also, like with jets, they have guns, they can shoot a lion as well.
Yeah.
So good.
All right. I got back-to-back picks. So I'm going to go with Bears because I like a Bears chance against the Lion. And then not against a Titan or a Giant. They'll be okay. And then I'm going with the Saints. I need the Lord on my side because other than that, we're going to be maybe I get some like remember Burns Armageddon with the holy hand grenades? I want like one of those. It's a very obscure reference. I want the Saints. So we're doing 3 rounds. That's the turn. We're going back over to Emily for your second round pick.
Okay, my team is already struggling, but I'm going to go with the Jacksonville Jaguars because they're from Florida, so they're probably on like some bath salts. They could fuck you up.
That's a very good point. That
Mhm.
reminds me very much of Rob's cocaine hippos.
I like cocaine, hippos.
Yes.
And there's a chance these Panthers or these Jaguars are COVID positive and they can transmit it to the other animals. So it's good.
Yes.
Yeah.
The long death. I like it. Rob, where are you going? You have Giants.
I like the Chargers, man. They're lightning bolts.
I'm picturing you getting like an Alan Charger.
Oh, a lion. I'm sorry. I just hit you with a lightning bolt. You exploded. GG.
You get the lightning cable from fucking Apple. That's
No, I
what.
don't get a lightning cable. No, they're not the charging cords. They're the chargers.
Well, also you
They're
get one
the
lightning bolt.
bolts.
You have one lightning bolt, so that is one.
So my
straight-
giant can throw one lightning bolt at whatever the fuck it wants as well. That's fine.
Mhm.
I'll take it.
It's ambitious to think that a giant can wield the power.
However, I get my lightning bolt to smite you. I'm taking it.
You know what? It wasn't even on my list. But I'm going to go over to Mitch for your second round pick.
I think I'm going to go with the Washington football team.
There
I
you
want
go.
a group of 53 men to be able to try to like set traps, maybe just outsmart a couple animals, corner them. So yeah, so now he's got a big mystical guy and 53 regular in comparison, but ginormous men.
Now, do you think that the 53 Washington football team players could take down one of Kevin's 101 pick Lions?
Absolutely.
I think Ryan Fitzpatrick and Chase
I think
Young
Chase
figure it
Young
out
could
independently.
murder a lion himself.
He looks kind of like a lion.
Yeah, they'd probably be friends.
Kevin, you're back up on the clock.
Oh, I
You're
guess
back-to-back picks. You're going to end out your draft.
Oh yeah, I do have back-to-back picks. I'm gonna choose the Carolina Panthers if no one chose them yet.
Nope, you're good. A lot of
And-
cats.
The Los Angeles Rams.
And the Rams. You didn't want to go with the Bengals and get all the cool cats and kittens?
No, I'm good on that. I'm good on there. I don't want to hear constant remarks about how I fucked up still.
Arn, didn't you just draft an herbivore?
A ram?
I don't think rams eat meat, do they?
They're going to just headbutt. They're going to do some damage.
That's it.
Not to a literal god that fell to Mitchell at 102, but
I think I'm gonna go. These are luxury picks at this point. I think I'm gonna go with a Bill. Isn't that a Buffalo?
I think I did a lot of research. It's a barbershop quartet member in the history of the Bills. Like, but
Where
you can get them-
Can we go off the logo then?
Let's go off the logo. Yeah,
It's a bison. I'll take a bison.
Bison's pretty solid. Rob.
I'm gonna take the Las Vegas Raiders.
Oh,
They
it's a
have
pirate.
weapons. They're pirates. Like,
Oh,
I know you
God.
have a Titan, but the Titan isn't necessarily equipped. I got some pirates.
You got one pirate.
All right, whatever. You can kill your tiger with his lion, whatever catch you got with his weapons.
Wait, what's the difference between a Raider and a Buccaneer?
Kevin didn't want to draft either. I think Raiders are cooler, essentially. I think Raiders
That's
are
a good
more-
point.
It's the same logo. Why has that not been talked about?
I don't know. The Buccaneers feel more like buckaroos. You know, like a raider. It's like someone who's showing up to fuck shit up. Like they're there to raid.
But yeah,
A
that makes
Buccaneer's
sense.
there to Buccaneer.
All right, Emily, your last pick.
Kind of piggybacking off of Rob's, I'm gonna go with the Vikings.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Vikings would be good.
They sound dangerous.
I think Vikings are a little more intense than a Raider.
Now, with the last pick, I don't think there's anything more dangerous than a Texan because they are fucking stupid and we don't like them right now. And they're probably very sexually frustrated at this point because they're have make horrible decisions. They also probably have guns. I'm assuming the local Texan, as long as they don't draft like my 600-pound life, like, I don't know, Houston.
Which you did, yeah.
I did draft Houston Texans. Oh my God. They're going to,
Instead of a cowboy who is equipped with 2 guns.
yeah, but like a cowboy has a pistol. Texans probably have like AR-15s. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Texans are modern. Cowboys are retro. I like the Texans pick. He's
Fair.
not skilled. He's not a cowboy. He's not a Raider. He's not a Viking.
Definitely is not in the army. Said I coulda, but you know, if I was under the weight limit of
I also think it's a little preposterous that when Mitch took football team, he got 53 players under the assumption, like, yeah, we get a football team can't come with less than 53, but a Raiders is never just one guy.
yeah, but either as a
It's a squad.
Cardinals.
It's a squad. There's frequently squads.
Yeah, but Ravens don't travel alone, do they?
That's called a murder.
Yeah, those are crows. Is it the same?
Oh, I don't know, maybe.
I don't know that information. All right, everyone, let's go read off our teams. I got just Texans. I got some. I actually don't even remember. Who's what they get? No, I got the Texans. I got the Saints, and I got the Bears. That's who I got. Saints is the dark horse team.
I got Titans, I got Bills or Bison, I guess, and a Washington football team.
with something to prove because they just lost. They had a huge ego loss having to change their name.
Yeah, I mean, I would, I could take a Native American too if they want. If I wanted to.
No,
Pivot.
not allowed.
You know?
That's if you pick the Chiefs.
Oh, true.
I was wondering why that was okay, especially because the logo is an arrowhead.
Because that's the
right?
leader, maybe. Well, also one is describing their skin tone, right?
Yeah. I think you want to avoid that kind of terminology.
Yeah.
I have a question. What is the logo for the Browns?
It's like an elf thing.
And what hasn't been the elf in years.
Well, they also have a bulldog.
Yeah, they have a bulldog, I think.
On the website, it's a football helmet.
It's usually their
It is just a football helmet usually. They don't have anything on the helmet. It's an orange helmet. That's the Browns. Go figure. All right, Kevin, what's your team look like? I want you to read it off for me.
Mine's the Lions, Rams, and Panthers.
Rob, did you do yours?
Got the Giants, the Chargers, and the Raiders.
And then Emily, what was your team?
I had the Jets, the Jaguars, and the Vikings.
You know, for a first-time drafter, that's a pretty solid team. Jets were definitely my pick before then, but not too bad.
The best choice, I think, was the Titans, though. That's pretty obvious.
Yes.
You know,
Yeah.
I think the Jets were probably the only way to beat them.
The Jets were the only one thing, because I'm not going to pick like Cardinals to just try and just peck at it.
I think jet fuel melts Titan bones.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah.
No one wanted to do the Patriots.
Uh-huh.
It's a bunch of real guys who love America.
Are Patriots and Texans the same thing, or do they think they're the same thing?
They're
They think
worse
that they're
than
same. They think that they're very similar, but that's not too bad. All right.
I
Well,
was thinking about maybe the Steelers, just some like Pittsburgh hard-nosed blue-collar motherfuckers.
some UPS Packers. Just packing shit. I don't know. Cheese probably.
What were we missing?
Seahawks. 49ers was because I'm like, they usually have dynamite, I thought. So I'm like, that could be helpful.
So,
They're like,
Some kind of poisoning from being in a mine all the time or something.
True.
They'd be as pale as some of our friends here. Yep. All right.
Sunburn. What are you talking about?
You got a sunburn from
It was
staying
more
inside?
fun. I walked out for I was outside for like an hour or two. Sun. That's how pale I am. Currently dying.
Good for you. Well, you don't have scurvy like one of Rob's last picks, so I think we'll be okay. All right, that ends our Random Ramble 16. Another one in the books. We did it. We're up there. We're going on to 17 in a little bit. Emily, thanks for joining us. And
Thanks for having me.
Thanks.
Back.
it's coming through.
All right. Peace, everybody.